We're going to Luna in the prune yard. We're gonna try out a couple things and give you some feedback. This is Michelin reviews. Something I wanna do here and there, you know, just do reviews, get some ideas, check out other restaurants, see what they're doing, and just give you my honest opinion and feedback. No filter, you know, what I really think. We wanna try the elote, the Baja fish tacos, camarones con bacon. Podemos pensar con eso y después ordenar más cosas. What sparked this idea? We have to get out and see what other people are doing. You need to check out other restaurants. You're supposed to see, you know, what your competition is, what you're up against. Like for myself, you know, you just have to humbly walk into any place, even if you're at the top. It doesn't matter where you walk into, you know, there's always something good everywhere. You know, it might not be everything on the menu, you know, just like my place. You might not like everything I have to offer. Let me know what place you want me to go to next. First impression, it looks nice, fresh, beautiful, colorful. Looks good. We're gonna taste it now though. That's the real test. Fat, thick bacon, and we have honestly good flavor, a little bit dry, a lot dry, but they're delicious flavor-wise. It tastes like they were already like pre-cooked and then just reheated. Could be better, but I'm not gonna bash it. It's still good. First of all, these things came out. We ordered this like 30 seconds ago. We got all of our food, which it's great to get your food fast when you're in a rush, but when it comes too fast, you know that it was like pre-done already. That's the only feedback I have right now. I would probably do these to order. I would not have these pre-cooked, you know, which is clearly what was done here, you know, because the shrimp, it's not even hot, you know what I mean? They came out like room temperature. It's a little bit of a disappointment, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I came here not wanting to be negative at all, but I'm being honest with you guys, that's the deal. When a shrimp is properly cooked, it's plump, it's juicy, it pops in your mouth. Juicy, right? These have none of the juice. They're just like dry, I don't know. Not my favorite, they could have done better on that. Now, onto the street corn. Normally it's on the cob. We ordered it off the cob because I have some guests here and it's easier to share. Portions a little bit on the small side, but it's all in the flavor, right? As long as the flavor is good, we're happy. All right, let's go. Corn's good. Has a nice char, nice amount of sauce, cheese, good flavor, you know? It's a nice summery dish, light, refreshing. I like it, it's good. But the lime helps, gives it a little bit of tartness, break up the fat. It's a good little appetizer, shareable, vegetarian. Actually, acid, like lemon, vinegar, whatever, is always a good substitution for salt. Vinegar and acids bring out the flavor while cutting the fat, the richness of it. They could have improved this by giving it some more seasoning. Like anything, it feels like there's no real seasoning in it, you know? But still good, not gonna bash it, but there's no like, doesn't pop, you know? There's no explosion in your mouth when you take a bite. You're just getting like grilled corn with cheese and lime. No, yeah. Would have also been nicer if like the corn came out and it was at least warm. You know, I feel like this was, again, grilled ahead of time, cut off the cob, just kind of maybe warmed up real quick, tossed with a little bit of cheese, whatever. And now, down to the final one. We have these beautiful Baja fish tacos. They look wonderful. Nice color, beautiful presentation. Looks like these tortillas were homemade. All right, let's try this one. Fish is nice and crispy. Tortillas are homemade. Nice amount of sauce. I love the fresh cilantro. A little bit of a cabbage slaw underneath. Nice slice of fresh avocado. Delicious, very good. This is the best one so far. Good price. You can't be pissed off about that. You know, if you come here and get these, you'll be very happy. Quick consensus on Luna. You get fresh ingredients, good price, good value. You get definitely something better than your typical restaurant. Lots of things that you can share. The flavors are all fresh. You know, they put quality and care into their food, for sure. Don't expect Michelin high-end, but you know, you get your average, properly executed, good tasting, you know, fresh ingredients.
Okay, so when would you recommend this place?
This is a great place for like lunch, a great place for a date. It's very casual, beautiful ambiance, right? The ambiance is gorgeous. It's open, it's bright, it's airy, you know, beautiful decor, lots of fresh plants and flowers. You know when you walk in here, there's care behind it, from the kitchen to the drinks. Nothing mind-blowing, but nothing you're gonna be pissed off about, right? So definitely check them out. This is a true story, man. When I first started Diodeca, right, it was a brand new restaurant, very high-end, put ads out, and the place had a lot of like fluff, decor, you know. It was like the spot. So when I put the ad out looking for cooks, I got 1 million resumes, right? And I just moved out here from New York City, where if you put an ad like in a Spanish paper, right, the next morning you show up to work, the restaurant's not even open yet, and there's a line around the corner with like cooks, right? Out in California, you put an ad, you gotta wait like 3 weeks before the first person shows up, you know? So when I put out an ad for Duodeca, we put an ad like a month or two before we even opened, so that we had plenty of time to like hire people. And in the beginning, whenever you open up a restaurant, you overhire, right? You hire double the staff you need. You kind of, because you need the support, right? It's like a massive training, big expense, right? For a brand new restaurant is the payroll. And that's like for the first couple months. And then you weed out all the lazy people, all the people that are not the right fit for your company or restaurant, all the people that are not getting it. And after a couple months, then everybody's weeded out and you have your core staff. So my core staff was 90% non-Latinos. It's like white cooks, right? Then we get the white cooks. All of a sudden, every 2 minutes they're outside, a cigarette break, cell phone, you know, showing up late. You know, always an issue. You know, the earrings, the gauges, the headband, you know, the whole BS show. The clipboard, you know, spending all day on the clipboard. And you never get consistent quality. I'm white, right? So I'm not talking about everybody. But in the restaurant world, how's that? You know, you get like 1 out of every 10 is really good. But here's why I love Hispanics or Latino cooks. Because whenever these people have a lot of passion, right? And they're hungry to prove to you, you know, and give you everything, right? And you show a Hispanic person how to create something and they will make sure it looks that way every single time. Every time, right? Heart and soul into everything. So I had a full kitchen of non-Hispanics, non-Latino cooks, and it was like impossible to run a successful kitchen. It was always issues, food, they just, you know, it was always like an issue. It was too much of a headache. They all got weeded out. At the end of the day, I only had a kitchen with Latinos cooking with me. And that's how I got a Michelin star, with a kitchen full of people with passion. And, you know, I couldn't have done it without them. So, the greatest, the best. It's true. It's true. It's true. That's the truth.